Imagine your day beginning not just with a rush of urgency, but with a purposeful calm. Imagine each of your actions not just a mindless step in a routine if we're lucky, right? But an absolute deliberate choice. This is the essence of intentional living. It is a concept that goes beyond mere productivity hacks or time management strategies. It's really about living in alignment with your deepest values and your absolute highest aspirations. Every one of us has been caught in the trap of going through the motions, living a life set on really autopilot. As you may know, I lived a lot of my life right there. But what if we could switch off autopilot and take back over the controls? Would that get you excited? Would you continue to listen to me? That's really what intentional living is all about. It's a philosophy, it's a mindset, it's a constant choice to design your life rather than letting the circumstances design it for you. It's about making every moment count, every decision count. You're probably asking yourself though, JJ, if it were that easy, wouldn't everybody be living this way? My answer to you would be, that's a great question. I don't know why they aren't. But how do we embark on this path? How do we shift from the passive existence to really active intentional living? Today, I'm here to walk with you and share exactly how I view this transformative process. We'll explore what it means to live intentionally, why it matters, and how you can start practicing it in your own life. And I guarantee you without a doubt, by the end of our time together, I know that you'll not only understand the concept of intentional living, but you might feel empowered to embrace it, and possibly even live it fully. But first, let's talk a little bit about what some of today's research is saying. Psychology and organizational behavioral settings around the world consistently have shown that the benefits of planning and organizing your day are, I broke these down for you a little bit. I want to give you a summary of kind of what some of the key findings that I gathered when I got to looking. So, number one is increased productivity and efficiency. According to time management research, planning your day can lead up to increased productivity. A well-structured plan allows for better time allocation and prioritization of tasks, reducing the time spent on deciding what to do next. I know that was huge for me. The Zynga myth effect, which states that people remember uncompleted or interrupted tasks better than completed tasks. By planning and structuring tasks, individuals are more likely to complete them, reducing their cognitive, which cognitive is just a big word for your mental load. Second thing, reduction in stress and anxiety, Research in the field of psychology suggests that daily planning can significantly reduce stress and anxiety. I was actually in the doctor's office a few weeks ago, and lo and behold, I read a study published in Health Psychology, which actually found that time management, I believe that does include daily planning, is associated with better sex, greater jobs, and a greater job satisfaction, I think is how they worded it, and a lower level of psychological strain. Sounds good to me. It can also enhance goal achievement. That's a third thing. So we know that the practice of setting and working towards daily goals, we all know that we should be doing that. I refer to them as my intentional 3, and we'll talk about that later. But as part of a broader planning routine, is supported by goal-setting theories. Dr. Edwin Locke's pioneering research on goal setting and motivation found that specific and challenging goals led to higher performance. By breaking down larger goals into daily actionable tasks, individuals can maintain focus and direction by increasing the likelihood of achieving their long-term objectives. Okay, the fourth thing I found, improved decision-making skills. Okay, daily planning helps with prioritizing tasks, which can enhance decision-making skills. With a clear understanding of what needs to be achieved each day, individuals can make a more informed decision about how they allocate their time and resources, okay, throughout the day, really, throughout their lives. Fifth thing, better work-life balance. Effective daily planning can contribute to a better work-life balance. By allocating time for work and personal activities, individuals, they can ensure that they dedicate time to their personal well-being and relationships. That is so crucial for your overall life satisfaction. And the sixth and final point that I brought to you today is higher levels of personal and professional satisfaction. Okay, consistent daily planning and the achievement of daily goals can really lead to a higher level of personal and professional satisfaction. This is linked to the concept of small wins, where achieving daily goals provides a sense of accomplishment and a sense of progress. So in reality, the science behind daily planning indicates that it can lead to more productive, efficient, and satisfying personal and professional lives. Bottom line. However, it's so important that we note that the effectiveness of daily planning can vary depending on individual preferences and work environments. Some people find more structured planning way more beneficial, while others might thrive with more of a flexible approach. But really, intentionality is it in its simplest form is about living your life with purpose. That's it. There's so much more that we can go into, but intentionality is about making decisions that are in alignment with your core beliefs and your core values, and really your core goals. It's a holistic approach. It encompasses every single aspect of your life, from the way you start your day to the way you interact with others, the energy you bring to the table, how you dress, how you look, how you smell, how you show up, how you do life. Are you showing up 110% all the time, or do you leave some on the table? It's up to you. Let's break this down, though, a bit further. It's about, at its foundation, lies self-awareness. This involves deep introspection to understand your values, to understand your passions and your purpose. Again, self-awareness involves deep introspection to understand your values, your passions, and your purpose. It's about asking yourself hard questions. It's about having somebody else ask you hard questions. What do I stand for? What gives my life meaning? What are my dreams and aspirations? Self-awareness is the compass that guides your journey of intentional living. Choice is another cornerstone of intentionality. You think about it, life, it's a series of choices. And living intentionally means making these choices deliberately. It's choosing activities nourishing your soul over and over and not going around those who drain it. It's choosing to invest your time in relationships that are healthy and work to fulfill you. That career that doesn't feel like work, right? It fills you up. It's about being proactive, not reactive. This means go get what you want. Don't wait for it to come to you. Mindfulness is another key element. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and engaged in each moment. Mindfulness is hard. It's a lifelong practice. I learn new mindfulness techniques almost every single day. It's like a sport. You have to practice it in order to be good at it. Without practice, you're never going to be mindful or good at being mindful. It's about savoring the here and now. It's not just about rushing through life. Mindfulness helps you recognize the beauty in the mundane, find joy in the ordinary, and appreciate the small victories. Now consider goal alignment. This is where you align your daily actions with your larger life goals. We all need short and long-term goals. If you don't have them, you need them. You need a 12-month goal, you need a 3-year goal, you need a 5-year goal, and I urge everybody that I work with to go beyond that and set a 10-year goal or a 10-year intention, as I call it, or we call it. Imagine your life as a mosaic. Okay, y'all know what a mosaic is? Okay, the pretty pictures where every little small tile is a day of your life, okay? Each action you take is a piece of that mosaic. Intentional living is about placing each piece mindfully so that over time they come together to form a beautiful picture that represents that life that you aspire to live. Each of these elements, self-awareness, choice, mindfulness, and goal alignment, they come together to form a tapestry, a beautiful tapestry of intentional living, okay? It's a rich, fulfilling way to live, but it's not always easy. It's not always easy. It requires commitment. It requires effort. And above all, a willingness to take charge of your life and show up every day at 110% of you. I want to talk to you about practical steps towards intentional living. As once that we've identified our values, it's really time to bring them into our daily life with what I like to call our intentional 3, thing I mentioned earlier. These are the 3 main goals or tasks that you commit to each and every single day. These aren't any tasks that are these are carefully chosen to reflect your values and move you closer to your long-term goals, okay? So how do you determine your intentional 3? Each evening, what I do and what I recommend you do is take some time to reflect on the following day. What do you have coming up? Ask yourself, what are the 3 most important things that I can do tomorrow that will have a significant impact on my life? These tasks should be aligned with your core values, right? And they should contribute to your larger goals. For example, if your value, one of them is, say, health, your intention. One of your intentional 3 might be a 30-minute workout. If you value learning, another might be, say, reading a chapter of a book or taking an online course. Remember, the focus here is not on quantity, but on quality. It's so much better to accomplish 3 meaningful tasks or 3 goals than to have a whole bunch of activities that you don't really get done and don't contribute to the overall success of your life. So this approach requires a lot of discipline. It's incredibly effective though, and it ensures that each day is a step towards your ideal life. Now let's talk about integrating these intentional 3 into your daily schedule. Your day should be structured around 3 tasks. They're your top priority. Schedule specific times for each of these, okay? And treat each of them as blocks of time that are non-negotiables. They're non-negotiable appointments with yourself or with the person that you're meeting with, okay? They're things you have to do. By doing this, you ensure that the most important tasks are not left to chance. They are given the attention. They are given the priority that they fully deserve. And really, that you fully deserve. Of course, life is full of unpredictables. Flexibility is always key. Trust me, there will be days when unexpected events throw your schedule off balance. That's okay. But it's important to remember to not let those things those interruptions derail you completely. Stay committed to your intentional 3. If you can't complete the intentional 3 as planned, just reschedule them, okay? You don't need to cancel them. Just put them on repeat, but don't cancel them. At the end of the day, reflect on what you accomplished, what challenges you faced, and then how can you improve tomorrow? Because that's what it's about. Like James Clear always says, 1% better every day. I promise you though, incorporating an intentional 3 into your day, into your daily life, it's a powerful and an effective way to start to practice intentional living. It's really ensures that each day you are taking real concrete steps towards your goals and living in alignment with your values. It's a simple yet effective tool that you can use daily that will bring profound change to your life. It's time for me to start wrapping this up, but I hope you have a clearer understanding of what intentional living is now and how you can start practicing it, living it, and remember, intentional living is not a one-time decision. It's a continuous journey. It's about making consistent choices every day that reflect your values and move you towards your goals. You start by identifying your values, then use them to guide your decisions and your actions. Set your intentions. Set your intentional 3 each day and structure your schedule around those priorities. Practice mindfulness. Stay present. Stay focused. Reflect on the actions and learn from them. Learn from them. And most importantly, please remember that it is okay to be imperfect. Intentional living is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about making better choices one day at a time, one choice at a time. Each step you take on, every single one of them, is a step towards a more fulfilling life. I promise you that. It's a promise towards a more purposeful life. Remember, 1% every day is 365% every single year. I do encourage you all to start tomorrow. Identify your intentional 3 for the day. Try with that. Just start there. Take those first steps. Embrace the journey of intentional living and watch. Just watch as your life starts to transform one intentional day at a time. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next week.